moment some time ago. Quentiteer continued their split, as Resme and Aiden began their ride back to the capital to relay their encounters, and Frode rode to town to find Pixie without antlers. Using a shortcut to return, the royal duo spoke with the Sovereign and learned things about the shortage of guards on the border. While Alondra headed to the library for research, Aiden headed to the training grounds before leaving the city limits for a conversation with their fiendish follower.
So, we're gonna pick up you.
Me.
Aiden just left.
Peace out,
You
Girl
head up
Scout.
to the library.
You can tell she's a princess by her earrings.
I know, I wear the
Oh
cat.
my gosh.
I can almost wear dangly earrings now, so I'm just cheating a little bit, but I can finally wear my crown once they've been sitting in my closet for about a year now.
Thanks for joining us. That's all we have for this episode.
That's the update of the week.
Tune in next time. No, so you open the large double doors leading to the library.
Mm-hmm.
And?
I need Gerby.
Okay. Gerby.
Comes in.
I love this bit.
Yep,
I
yep.
love that bit.
Bit is back. Okay. A Gerby can be
Need
summoned.
Mr. Ellerby, is that better?
No. I don't know what that is.
That's his last name.
Oh.
I don't know what
Gerby Ellerby.
That's wild.
It's not better because in your 100 years you've never called him Mr. Ellerby. So if you call him
Mr.
Mr. Ellerby,
Ellerby.
he's just gonna say, "You're not.
That's
kind
kind of cute,
princess."
actually.
Who are
for a
you?
little gnome.
You're an imposter.
Imposter! We found the fiend.
The Inquisition has been successful. She must die.
Gerby, I need your help. I need you
Okay.
to summon some people for me to the library. We have a big research project to do. And
All right.
there we go. Alright, I need Torin and as many priests as he can spare. I need Westor and as many smart wizard people as he can spare. I need Arden and Aros and... That's how you say his name, right? Oh, yay! And I need... Well... Get Fendon too. He's good at reading. I need them all here. Immediately.
This is serious. Okay. I'll have them summoned.
Okay, take your time with Fendon, honestly. It's okay. It's not, no rush there.
Save him for last, maybe?
Yes, yeah.
Okay, very well.
Thank you. Break.
He does a little bow and shuffles out. Over the course of the next 5-10 minutes, these groups would be
He's efficient.
rolling in.
And you know how big that palace is? His little gnome legs are like running around
I
right
think
now.
he has to walk everywhere.
Oh, true. Wait.
It's a little Yoda chair.
What?
We haven't gotten to Gerby's backstory.
What?
No, so yeah, within the next...
I'm just imagining him flying down the corridors like Iron Man, just.
He just pretends to be it is like Yoda. He shuffles out of the door, and then when the door closes, he's like, "All right."
He's like bouncing off the walls.
Yoda did not need that chair. Anyway.
Yeah.
No, slacker. Everyone you mentioned
Oh, wow.
does slowly but surely arrive. Not exactly as units, but a couple wizards show up, a priest shows up, then Westor, then Turin, then everyone else. Finally, at the tail end, as this research project has already begun in the library, it's in its beginning states. One of the doors opens slightly, and you see, kind of slowly walk in, Fendon.
Good. Everyone's here. All right. This is important. Everybody, we have a threat to our nation in the Northeast. People have gone missing. A certain person has gone missing, and we need to lock in. Don't say that. We need to come together and read and research. I need you all to provide me a collection of notes from a variety of topics, so I can go over them, and I need you to present them to me as soon as humanly and elfly and whatever else is herely possible.
That's awesome.
So, Turin, I need you to get me more information on fiends. Fun. Specifically, Keshvi or Igmatesh. Both same thing, same difference. I need to know how and why they were created. I need to know who in the Pantheon is most likely to fight against them. I need to know which divine source would be willing to interfere with their plans. I need to know everything. Okay? Okay, great. Break. West door. I need to know anything and everything you know about multiplanar travel. I also want to know how to take memories, how to restore lost memories. Okay? Break. Arden and Aros, you guys don't really have to research. I just need reports on any strange movement up in oh my gosh, Ormond from the one. What's the tribe's name? Shoot, hold up, boss, hold that thought. I wrote it down.
It was like granite or something.
Yes,
or?
from the clan Granite, not Granite, Granique. Gosh dang it. Oh, that's the wrong one.
Oh.
From the Escaloth clan.
Wrong.
I'm like, wait, no, they're peaceful.
Kill them.
Oh, they're the ones we're attacking? Okay, easy peasy.
I
They don't
need.
fight back.
They're just there like, what did we do?
The Oracle. I did not foresee this.
Oh gosh. I need to know. When
That's
did
terrible.
Go on.
not that clan? I need to know when do they attack? What do they attack? When is the last time they've attacked us? And if we can tighten up defenses
When was this
against them.
attacking us?
Okay. Break.
When
When will they attack?
When do they attack? When will they next attack? And last but not least, Fendon, Gerby, Alok, you're on Team Fairy Tale. I need you to figure out how good defeats evil and how to hold on to hope and the weaknesses of villains and the strengths of heroes because we are the heroes.
Wow.
Break.
Everyone else just kind of nodded and got to work. This ragtag
Team Fairy
party
Tale.
here, as soon as you say Team Fairy Tale, there's just... What?
You can sit over at the kids' table. I'm just kidding.
It's that, bright blue plastic table. It's like a foot and a half off the ground with the small chairs
I like
around
that
it too.
Gerby would fit perfectly,
Oh, yeah.
but Alok and Fendon would be like.
There's a constant like lullaby or something playing in the background. Like
They got
There's
like
a little-
fishy crackers.
One of them falls asleep on the fishy crackers.
When they wake up, it's a
little
test.
box of locks.
Oh my gosh.
A lock in full armor just...
It's just one of those
A lock
Lego
with box.
tables.
Okay, sorry.
Yes. Okay.
And also, if I will access any classified information that only I could have eyes to, and look into that stuff as well.
Oh, you will.
Oh, I will.
That's what you think.
Sorry.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah, thank you.
Okay. Wow, that's progressing.
Did you... hold on. Did you assign someone to, like, make motivational speeches?
Did I?
Like, the villain, hero, like, what are villains?
Yeah,
what are heroes?
essentially, yeah.
We are heroes.
Yeah.
And then you just, like, stated, no, whatever it is, we are.
Yeah, pretty much.
Who do you think you are? I am.
So while the research party begins, after a while, you would return to the palace, and
I'm marching in like Anakin marching into the temple during Order 66.
Oh gosh.
you would immediately be struck down.
No.
Yeah.
That's you are not Anakin.
They will try.
oh no.
Oh gosh.
Aiden's dark turn is gonna be crazy.
He's already got the black armor.
The sword glows red. No, it wasn't red at that
Blue for
point.
now.
It's more like does anyone know where Alondra is?
Knowing that she mentioned going to the library and asking for permission for you to go to the library, you could be escorted to the library.
Okay.
The door would be opened,
Put something on my face.
the
Let's
blindfold
go.
would be removed, and you'd see a bit of a chaotic scene. As you've been to the library before, with 2 or 3 people. Now there are 2 or 3 teams of people, all scattered about, talking, collaborating, grabbing books off shelves. You see some books just floating off shelves and back onto shelves.
Dope.
You see some familiar council members that you've talked with before, and then in one corner you see, it is in the corner, you do see a table with a Locke, Fendon, and a little gnomish fella. They seem to be reading a very different kind of story. You can tell by the imagery of the books.
Pictures. Yeah, illustrations.
Just pictures.
I'm gonna
Just
start
pictures.
making my way over towards the kitty table or whatever we're calling it.
You're
I'm up at
somewhere in the mix.
Yeah, I'm probably moving around at this point. I'm not too.
No, it's
Oh,
like
wait, you're not there?
it's
No,
like
I
a
am.
general
I'm not at the kitty
looking
table,
over
but I'm
the war.
moving around.
Yeah.
Okay.
From up on high, just very good soldiers.
Keep reading.
Yeah, I'll still go to that table.
Okay. You go to that table and Locke just kind of looks up at you. And, I've come back.
Yeah. With how protected she's been with this library until now, this is very, very much an odd sight.
Yes, it is.
Can he?
Is that Fendon or is that a Locke?
It's a Locke.
Oh, okay. Fendon,
What?
how's your mother?
Gosh, no! She was just here.
What's her name?
Arden, she was just
How's
here.
Arden?
You don't even know her name. Shut up.
You just missed her.
Certainly have been.
That is crazy.
You see the
Wild.
book kind of slip from his hand for a second.
Is this actually canon? This is not canon. Is this canon?
Do I want this to be canon? We'll
I
keep it
mean-
legends for now.
Good.
At the very least, it's already captured, so. Is this canon? You decide.
Trying to decide if I want to be friends with him or not.
Oh, well, that's not how you make friends with someone.
Strong opener. Strong opener. How's your mom?
Okay. Wild.
Okay, so
Aiden!
you hear from across this massive
You just hear
library.
everyone.
No, you do not. Absolutely not.
That's can't. No.
It's
No,
still a
not-
library.
Not everyone, just Gerby.
Yeah, just Gerby. Gerby has permission. I'm gonna shuffle over to you. I'm so glad you're here. I have the perfect assignment for you.
Perfect. What is it?
You're on team read your grandfather's journal.
Okay, sure.
Read your grandfather's
There's plenty
journal.
of spots in the library. Pick a corner, any corner, or not a corner.
Is there like a fireplace?
No.
It's never been discussed, but there could be.
I thought you were about to
If
say
you
it's
wanted
never
there
been
to
discovered. I will find it.
be. Before you start reading,
Yes,
look for the fireplace.
There's one right outside of the library, just right up. Just right up there, in the little sitting room. Well,
Study.
you're welcome to sit in here too, but if you want a fireplace, that's what a fireplace is.
He's got a brood. Let the man brood.
I'll walk out to the fireplace.
It's pretty like nice and dark out there too. Be cozy. It'll be cozy. Okay,
Good.
bye.
That's what I need.
You have like a little shrine area.
No, there's like a little like empty space there that I've always pictured little chairs and stuff in, and I think a fireplace would fit
You don't have
really
a
well right there.
fireplace in your
Right out
library?
to the left.
On the second
Or
floor.
just like right outside the big doors, I think.
Did you hear me?
What?
I said you don't have a fireplace in your library?
Who keeps the fire by the books? By the ancient texts?
What if you need to burn some books?
Well, who says that's, he's not saying they're dumb enough to like. Here's the fireplace and all the books piled around it.
What if you
What the
find
Hey, you ever read about
No,
one
no,
of
no.
those?
No, not a fireplace.
Magic.
We
What a
don't.
boring book.
Gosh.
How about this? Not a fireplace, a fire pit, right in the middle. That would be best.
like
Yeah.
a traditional like Japanese.
Fire pit? They come wheeling
Is
one
that
in.
actually?
Before we
they
get there,
have,
you
like,
can decide
fire
what that
pits
looks
in their
like.
home.
I was gonna say, 'cause the only other area I think the
Traditional.
fireplace would possibly be in the library is up at that top spot, but that's occupied right now.
And the top spot also is massive stained glass window.
Yes, so I don't think it'd be there. Yes, I know. I can't imagine there'd be one.
In the
But right
library.
outside, I think there'd be one.
Right in front of it.
I want to have a library with a stained glass window.
Oh yeah, there's a massive statement. Yeah.
Westor just lights a fire in his hands.
Yeah, there you go.
This is uncomfortable.
Reading by handlight.
It's just because I have to read too.
Oh, but I don't know if you're allowed right outside the library. I don't know. Find somewhere else. You can have my nook if you want.
I don't want your nook.
It's really secluded. I was just offering.
There
it.
is
It's really nice.
Okay, there's her secret nook. It's a massive space, so there's plenty of unoccupied dark corners you could brood in while you read. There is also an upper balcony kind of area where there's enough room to sit, but no one's huddled up there researching and conversing.
Yeah, sure.
So
That works.
you've got options.
That's fine.
Okay, so you can go brood upstairs.
Yeah, go upstairs.
In his dark armor and he's combed over here. Just, read my grandpa's journal.
Favorite place. It's so cold in here. Just kidding. It's probably not.
One of you wizards can give him a fireplace. I don't care.
Take your thick wool cloak and just it's so cold without a fire.
Brother. Oh, brother.
Okay. So you begin to read the journal of Aiden II. A short time later, the two of you would arrive at the Neardell house in Galabreth. Having received instruction, you would be let inside and down to the teleportation circle.
Oh, this is just terrible. I don't want to go through this thing.
It's rather quick.
Fro, yeah, we'll have to go, or else.
What if someone tampered with the circle?
I don't
and it
think
sends
anyone.
me to a dark plane of existence?
Well, if that happened, then there would be severe.
No, it's the same
Yeah.
circle it has been for a long time.
Yeah. Hey, Frode, how about this? Close your eyes.
I don't close my
No,
eyes.
I got a surprise.
Not around dark magic.
No, I got a surprise for you.
What is your surprise?
I can't tell you.
Well, sure you can. That would be a surprise.
No, that would ruin the surprise.
I don't know what a surprise is.
You,
If I don't know it, then you tell me it's a surprise.
but you should close your eyes.
Oh,
You have a few seconds
So
before you push
big
through the
crew.
circle.
I need a special crew just to look over the two of them.
well,
matter.
alright, I'll close my eyes, but the surprise better not be being pushed into the circle.
The guards are getting their hands ready. How do you do it? You just give Poca a little smack on the butt.
Yeah.
And then I ride Spirit into the circle.
And so then you both feel that
Yep.
momentary sense of weightlessness and almost like, you know, when you take a really cold shower. I don't know if you've ever done that, but it's actually really refreshing.
Yeah.
And like you get that feeling of your breath almost getting pulled out for a second, that little bit of a shock. It's that, and then next thing you know, everything stops. You land still on your horses and or horse and pony.
Ugh,
Frode, look, open your eyes.
it feels like a cold shower. I hate cold showers.
Oh. I'll druid craft a daffodil. Look, you're surprised. It's a daffodil.
You tricked me.
Here, no, it's your surprise. Do you not?
I'll never forgive you for this. Wait, can I see that daffodil?
Yeah.
It's pretty, I'll forgive you.
Okay, thank you. But before we get in there, I do want to say something to you. You mentioned the other day about how it wasn't nice of me to just not really keep my word, which isn't a good thing. And I just want to apologize for hurting you guys like that.
Well, you're being a little bit greedy now, don't you think? I just forgave you once, and now you're asking for forgiveness again?
You don't have to forgive me again,
I'm just
I guess.
joking.
But I just wanted to apologize before we got back in there because I want to apologize to everyone.
I appreciate the apology, and
Yeah.
I really do appreciate it, and I believe you that you're sorry for doing that. Just don't do it again, please.
Yeah, no, I won't. But your words helped me. Just, it gave me clarity.
Oh, well, I'm glad I could be of help.
You're very helpful.
And I just walk away.
The door to this chamber does open, and one of Westor's assistants leads you out of the house. Brought to the palace, blindfolds on. They've been given orders, essentially, I would assume.
Whoa. I got an update from Mitch that I guess he left all of his stuff on his horse, including his cape.
Okay.
Yes.
Are you
So,
bringing that with?
I'm bringing the cape with.
Oh,
Okay.
I want to wear
Yes.
the cape and just look ridiculous.
But because he did leave his stuff and he said, "Who has my cape?" I went, "What do you mean, who has your cape?" So I'm grabbing his cape from.
Grab.
Yes, I am touching fur. Yes.
Oh yeah. Oh wow.
Just imagining Frode with the cape for Gruth, just trailing behind him, and now he's marching in the temple.
No, it's like one of those little kids that like takes like just like a sheet and is like
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
my cape.
And out of the pipe.
yeah, like holding the pipe like this, like a lightsaber like emerges out.
Monster Frode.
Oh no.
A smoky kid.
Good one.
You'll end up like my cousins.
Whoa! That's why we haven't met any of them yet.
Oh, not the Great Trash Island. No.
Great halfling island floating out in the Eversea. Just all of Frode's relatives.
We escaped him, but at what cost?
Crazy.
We haven't touched dry land in months.
That's gonna be Frode.
We
once
fear
he gets
the
home and there's
finest.
goblins in his house.
They know that water is the only place I don't want to go. So.
The only place they're truly safe from Frode's wrath.
No, Frodo would never do anything.
Did we break you, Andrew?
A little bit. That's fine. The two of you would be led up to the library.
Oh.
You hear the large double doors open before you. Blindfolds are removed.
Oh, what room am I in now? Oh,
And
Oh.
have you been in the library before? You have.
I have.
Yeah, you see this massive. I don't know the dimensions offhand, but it's huge, hundreds of feet.
It's bigger
On
than
either
the
side.
throne room, technically.
Technically bigger than the throne room, which is already a massive space.
Yeah.
2 stories of just books, tables and desks all over the place. On the far side, you see a little steps leading up to an elevated reading workspace with a table up there, and the whole entire front wall is just a massive stained glass window.
Oh wow.
As you look around, you see in one corner there is a table with a lock and a couple other people. You see, in the midst of everything, you do see Turin and Westor and some of their associates and some of their priests. You see, faintly up in one of the balconies, Aiden just sitting reading a book. And up on that little raised platform you do see at the table, that's where currently Westor is speaking with Elandra.
Cool.
And so you both hear the doors open at the arrival of new people.
Wow.
As soon as they walk in, you
It's
guys
huge.
hear just, and the book that I'm holding just drops to the floor and like echoes throughout the room, and I go running down to you two.
Oh,
What happened? What
Hi.
What
We
happened?
made it.
Oh my gosh! Did you guys get attacked, Pixie?
What?
What?
Well, no, we're fine.
Oh, yeah. I thought it'd be a good way to hide myself more. Well, after the whole thing with Gruth and everything, and, well, you were in a disguise, and they already knew what Gruth looked like, and they didn't see Aiden or Frode, and so I figured it'd be good to,
You're coming with me right now. I grab her by the arm and I pull her out, and if any guard tries to put a blindfold on her, I stop them and take her up to my room, which is...
tell me everything.
Well, actually,
It was good to see you too, Resme.
you know,
Oh, I go after her to help her, and then you just leave me here.
no, really, you just see a hallway. There's not much
Yeah, and stairs,
exciting
and
to
then
see
hallway.
and stairs. It's all very fancy,
Oh,
but
yeah.
you're not seeing any.
No, my room's right above this. Take her into my room, slam the door shut. Who?
The blacksmith in the town that we were at.
Pixie. Why? 'Cause you...
I just anytime we go somewhere, it's like people remember me because of my antlers, which is fun and all, but with that encounter, I didn't want people to recognize me as easily. So.
But they're a part of you.
Yeah. But I just need something different. To look different. It was hard. It was really hard to just whenever we were up there, and I didn't want to go Orman because I didn't want the evil thing finding Gruth if he really was from there, and well, it did find him, and that was the main reason I didn't even want to go, was because of all that, and well, not even a day into it, just gone, and I just feel like 100 things could have happened, but with their weird, strange powers, it would have happened anyway, and yeah, I just need something to change with me. So Silas just sits here now, which he's sitting there. I don't think he's too keen on the change either, but yeah.
Well, I understand your fears, but I promise you we would do everything we possibly could to keep anything bad from happening to you.
Yeah. I'm sorry for leaving y'all. I don't like how Vasan and how that guy keeps following us.
Oh, stop it!
Hello there.
You rang.
Does he have like a little Batman beacon, just like Vasan?
Just echoes through the plains.
Coming!
My enemies call me.
Gosh.
Those moments he's in the shower, the bathroom, just hold on.
I don't know, it's been hard with how just evil has been everywhere, and yeah. Well, and especially with how that guy, how he, well, he was the one who told me I probably was in relation with a fae, or, you know, and so if he could tell that from how I looked, it just, I don't know, I just want more good in the world. And it's hard to be surrounded by that evil all the time. And so, just sitting there in the woods and having that time there, and Spirit being there and just seeing all Gruth's stuff, I just wanted something to change, and yeah. So, oh, I'm still holding his cape. I didn't know if we could put this somewhere till he got back.
Maybe we could have it cleaned.
I don't think he would want it cleaned.
If you clean it, he gets back, he's burning it. That's not mine.
It's like a bird whenever you like handle him too much.
Yeah.
And mom just rejects him. It's like, this is not my burn it.
Where's my
Not my
cape?
son.
Well,
Black.
either we could keep it in my closet.
I think you should wear it.
Nope. Or give it to the tailors
Wait.
to hold on to.
Wait, don't we have that bag that holds anything?
Oh, yeah, Frode has that.
Oh, we could just put it in there.
Okay.
Would we lose it?
No.
We could put it in
I
there.
have a system.
You just have to think about it. You pull it out.
We could put it in there then, probably, but I just took this from Spirit. All of Gruth's stuff is still on the horse, but I figured at least this, we could figure out what to do with it first. But yeah.
Pixie, please tell me that you didn't take off your antlers because you were tired of being a little different.
Not 100% true. Yes, but no. It was, how can I put this? I know I talk like this a lot, so it's going to sound weird, but it's adapting to your surroundings. And, you know, like how animals will, like a chameleon.
She's like,
Is a chameleon
Yeah,
an animal
sure.
that exists in this world?
Yeah.
I'm getting better at
but
catching
they're like,
myself.
but they're like 10 feet long. Though.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
The same kind of animals in this world exist in the make-believe one, but they are vastly different.
Yeah. They're pretty terrifying, actually.
You know the
Walk up behind
legendary, you know the legendary
Imagine a
creature called a chameleon.
Yes, I heard that there's
That's what a chameleon
another princess in a far off land who has a friend, a pet chameleon.
No.
The one with the long hair.
Super, even longer than my hair.
You know the story.
Well, that's
Talk about her all the time at home.
I don't think we're allowed to share that story.
Don't come here, please.
But like they change colors and they blend in with what's around them, and so, like I said, to change myself because they saw what I looked like, and if we go back, they're gonna be like, "Oh, half orc with antlers, she's back." You know, they would know me, so I figured that, and then just to better hide in the future. So.
Okay, because I don't know if you know this, but I've spent 100 years of my life trying to be exactly who everyone else wants me to be. And meeting you, you've always been such an inspiration to me. Because you've just... Stop it. You've just been unapologetically you. And I... Stop it.
You stop! You've always been just you. Stop it!
Let me get through my monologue.
I'm monologuing.
Monologue in here.
I've always been you, but stopping you for a second.
Patience, stop it.
Okay.
And I've just always admired that about you and looked up to you for that, and it would just... you don't have to change anything about yourself. You've inspired me to be more me than I've ever been in my life, and I'm so happy because of it.
That's... wow. I didn't realize, I mean... this is all new to me, being out here, and... yeah, I've been alive for... how close are we to her birthday?
It was the very start of this campaign.
It's a few months off still.
Oh, a few months? Oh, so I probably didn't turn 26 then.
It's the first day of summer was my birthday.
Oh, okay. And we're in the end of... heading towards the end of fall?
Okay, just kidding. It's like 8 months away.
Oh,
Wait, till my birthday or from my birthday?
From now until your birthday, it's about 8 months out.
Okay, yeah, so my birthday was, how many months are there in the year?
14.
My birthday was 6 months ago.
okay. So, I'm still 25, sure. I don't have a birthday.
I forgot when my birthday is.
when the flowers bloom, that's when my birthday is.
Spring!
It's
Your birthday!
It's been about 7 months.
Yeah, but being alive for 25 years, it's just, that's all I've had, you know? So, I mean, I'm still figuring everything out, and that's nice to hear that being awkward isn't bad.
And if you're happy without your antlers, then that's good. And you look just as beautiful with or without them.
I'm sure they'll grow back.
don't know how that
I
works.
don't know either. I mean, like, they didn't really grow till I was, like, 12, and they kind of, like, hit, like, a stopping point. I mean, because they weren't, I don't trim them, so.
Oh, yeah. That's a thought.
It's like, oh.
Yeah. So every so often, just wake up in the morning. All right, time to
Filing down a little bit. Getting too long.
little
Hitting
pointy up
the door frame.
Oh, yep.
just get the shears.
Oh gosh. Okay. I hate everything about this.
That's
So,
why
yeah.
she has those shears all the time.
Not for gardening.
And Pixie, I am sorry that we didn't follow after you to Doralos,
It's-
not Doralius.
No, I understood. Freud explained it all to
I
me.
just-
Doritos.
You know, I just couldn't stand the thought of.
I typed it in autocorrect and I was like, I'm leaving it.
Autocorrected to Doritos when he typed it. Okay, whew, sorry. I just couldn't stand the thought of. You guys are making this so hard right now. Oh my gosh.
Carry on.
I couldn't stand the thought of Gruth, even no matter how confused I am about all that, about him suffering for even one more minute. If
Yeah.
there was something I could do about it. Or the thought of putting my people at risk for even one more minute, if there was something I could do about it.
No, I understood. That's what Freud was explaining it to me, and I mean, at first I was a little hurt because I was telling Freud, I was like, but we're friends, like, a friend wouldn't. But then I was like, well, a friend wouldn't leave a friend behind, except I did do that. So I understood after the days of travel with Freud, which felt longer than they were. It was like 5 days, but it felt like 2 weeks. So
Yeah, I'm impressed with you guys. You didn't kill each other on the road. That's good.
no, we're both alive.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's good.
Not even that they didn't run into anything or killed by anything else.
Kill
just
each other.
Yeah.
Well, if you
Death by
ever
bickering.
need to talk,
I'm very good at it.
and I'm in the same city as you, then we can talk.
We talk and we're in the same city. Those are the only conditions. Yeah, I've been thinking about that too. I want to open up more about stuff like that, just because, well, I mean, you get it, but being an only child, it was just like, oh, I talked to Silas, and I'd only talk to Silas. So I felt bad about leaving Silas behind, and but then I was like, well, yeah, I talked to Silas, but I could talk to more than just Silas. He's a good listener, but he can only listen most of the time, and he can respond, but he only responds with what he knows. Sorry, Silas. If you're catching all this. But yeah, I want to work on that more.
And this is a lot for all of us. So.
Yeah. What was Operation?
Oh, we
Library?
we are researching. I need answers, and so we're gonna find answers. And so there's plenty of teams you can join if you want in the researching, or do whatever you want. I mean,
Would researching with those books, yeah, but is there like any place we could travel to that would have like other information about Ormond, or
potentially.
what did you guys? Oh no, I asked for that. Never mind. Cause there was that like one clan that was really nice, the one that Silas picked.
You know, something tells me, Pixie, that it wouldn't have mattered which one. I think it's just the first one we went to was gonna be the evil one. That's my.
No, that would be a planned thing. That would. There's no script.
It's like a weird conspiracy theory.
Something tells me it would have switched places somehow.
It's gone.
Because I mean, if you
She
think
starts
about
saying
it,
this, and suddenly a bunch of guys come in black armor. Memory gone.
the DM.
That's a good idea.
we just.
That's a good idea.
Hey, Anyway, you're right. Come on.
It's all your fault.
Your door opens, you see a guy in a black jacket, beard, and glasses just, hey, look at this.
Oh, we went to the wrong one.
It's wild.
Anyway.
Yeah, I think I want to get
good.
as much information as we possibly have here, and then we'll figure out what the next steps are.
All right.
While we're here, I'm gonna squeeze every bit of information we have.
What information does Aiden have?
What do you mean?
Well, he's encountered a lot of people from Ormond, and
True, yeah. He's
So-
on a personal project right now,
that sounds like him.
Yeah. I set him off to a personal
Classic
project.
Aiden.
But we will bug him about that
You
later.
You look up to see me and you see I've gone for a walk.
Dang it! Wrong personal project!
Actually, they might have. Anyway.
Yeah, so I'm just my goal is just to squeeze as much information as we possibly have before we leave, because it's here, you know. So might as well take advantage of it, and maybe just maybe get some answers, and then move on from there.
Okay. Sounds good. Frode. With Cape. I'm
Yes,
holding
let's go
Cape.
find Frode. He's probably right where we left him, or somewhere in the
I'm just
vicinity.
standing in the doorway. Well, it's just great that she really just said hi to me. And
It's one of those moments in video game where you guys become the main characters for a second. So once the door closes, that room freezes.
Yeah, you guys are in idle mode. You just pause.
Frode's idol is just. My cousin once.
make that into a lo-fi album, quick.
And then Aiden, since he has black armor now, is just like, oh. Hair toss.
Frode's music to sleep and study too.
Wasn't a cousin? You know.
Random halfling.
Hiding up there with the book, just. Oh, Grandpa, so cringe. Gosh, how are you a king? So you head back down to the library, back to the organized chaos.
Mm-hmm.
What would you have done?
I don't have a task before me, so I would have just found a book that looked interesting.
Okay.
Fair enough.
I don't know what all kind of books would be in that
Ooh,
library.
roll.
All sorts.
Roll like
Are there-
100.
Are there any- Are
D100.
there any ancient philosophers I could read?
Aw.
Yeah.
Okay, I find one of those. I go to
Okay.
the ancient philosophy section.
Okay. That can be done.
I want him to find an ancient high elven philosophy because that sounds just.
Oh.
It probably is. Let's be honest.
Good
Yeah.
philosophy or like
in
bad
your
philosophy?
library. Depends on which
For the
book you
most
pick.
part.
I picked up a sophist book. They're just trying to convince me that truth isn't real.
There you go. There you go.
Oh.
Suddenly the guys in the black suits show up. Going, give us that.
You're not supposed to read that.
Oh.
That wasn't supposed to be here.
Who put this here?
He opens up a book and it's all just code.
This is sounding more like the Matrix than.
Yeah.
Yeah, we should find a little black journal in the library. You're not supposed to see that.
It turns out this is one of those, like we all got turned into like characters in RPG, but we just forgot about our previous life.
The DM. Can the DM journal just be somewhere in there, secretly?
Maybe.
That's actually a great idea for a story.
That'd be wild.
What,
Finding how the
becoming
story
a-
ends.
It's like
it
realizing
starts
you're
off-
in a
Yeah, it
story.
starts off in like a fantasy kind
would
of
be so wild.
mood, but then like it slowly like weird things start to happen, and like the characters all realize that they were people at one point, and like now
Oh.
they're trapped in something.
So it's like a backwards Jumanji of sorts, where it's like you're in this story but you don't know it,
Yeah,
and
kind
then you realize you're
D&D
actually.
literature club.
yeah.
Aiden's eye starts floating off his face.
Oh yeah, it could be the campaign could be called Book Club.
There's a play like a murder mystery play
horrifying.
where like you find out that the killer was like the author the whole time because
Oh.
the author that's killing him out. But he's like ends up being a character within the world
Interesting. That's cool.
because they like kill him at the end and he's like, you can't kill me. I'm the author. I created you. Like that same stuff.
I'm literally
All of
writing this
these-
right
all
now.
of these ideas.
Yeah.
Going right there.
Cause that's kind of fun, anyways.
Yeah, that's a really good play. That's a fun one.
What would you have jumped into in this time?
I would have found Frode, handed him the cloak, and said, like, can you put this in the bag of holding?
Well, can I wear it?
Well, I mean, I guess, but if Gruth puts it back on and he smells Frode smell all over it, you know?
If it smells like Frode, he's not going to recognize it.
I think this is yours.
Why'd you give me Frode's cloak?
Are you implying that Ruth only recognizes objects by smell? That's
Plot twist, he's been blind this whole time.
That's a ridiculous assumption to make.
Well, but, like, I mean, I don't know where he
Well, they
is.
discussed this on here.
He, like, I do that sometimes. I'm like, oh, I know what this is. It smells like this. It's this plant, you know?
Well,
You don't,
okay, what? I'm gonna put it on.
oh, okay, but it can go in the bag of holding.
Okay. You just see mostly fur walking around with a strand of red hair at the top.
Yeah.
And then after that, I would have gone to Iden, and then I would go to a lock too, but we can skip that or whatever. But I'll go up to Iden. Hi, Iden.
It picks you up.
I just wanted to say I'm sorry for leaving y'all.
Are you okay?
Yeah, I already had a conversation with Alondra. It was a good one. It was a long one. About I'm okay. I'm good.
Okay.
I just wanted to change my appearance
Oh,
because
thank goodness. It scared me.
Alondra was hidden.
Not thank goodness that. I mean, you're great. You looked fine before, and you still look good now. Sorry, I'm scared.
because I don't have the antlers. I am half orc.
He's so scared that he doesn't want to offend you. He's like, thank goodness that you changed your look. Thank goodness that you weren't killed. No, he doesn't say it like that.
Charisma score suddenly drops to a 4.
Oh no, with pixies. Yeah, no, I'm good. We're fine. It's Frode. We came back. We're here.
Good.
And
Yeah.
over for there, moving. But no, I'm fine. No, we're both alive. Both Frode and I.
That's good. I'm glad you guys got back safe.
Yeah,
I'm sorry that we had to keep going so quick.
it's okay.
I had to
I
talk
forgive
to someone.
you guys. Yeah. Who did you talk to?
We'll talk about that in a moment.
Oh, okay.
Want to get the group
Was it-
together first.
Was it Fenton's mom?
Wow.
That conversation is coming up.
Oh no. 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 Of course not.
Okay.
Of course
okay.
not.
Okay. Yeah, I just wanted to. Yeah. What you working on? Cause I need to find something to work on.
I'm reading my grandfather's journal actually.
Is there 2 of them or?
Not yet.
Oh.
No. This is the
Okay.
only copy that I'm aware of.
All right, I'll go find another group to work with then.
Seriously, I'm glad that you guys got back safe.
Me too. Polka and Spear are good too, so they're in the stables.
Oh, good.
Yeah. I'll go over to the lock. I'll say sorry for leaving him too. And if he has a reaction to the antlers.
His reaction is very much listening to you, but then also you see his eyes just like kind of looking at the sides of your head. Like the whole time, like he is listening. He wants to focus, but at the same time, it's like
It's like whenever someone has their shirt inside out,
Yeah.
and you're like, yeah.
No, it's fine.
It's fine,
You're good. All's forgiven.
What you working on?
The princess has us reading. Kind of looks over to Gerby and Fennon, who are also sitting at the table. Fennon cousin, we're reading fairy tales.
Hi, Fendon.
Hello.
You don't seem as amused.
Not sure why I was brought in to read children's stories, but here we are.
You don't sound like much of a team player now.
I'm here reading, aren't I?
Are
It's
you,
merely
though?
the request I was.
How many books have
Surprised
you
with.
read so far, sitting here?
So far? 5.
And a lock?
3.
That's okay. Your first language isn't common. Gerby. Sir Gerby. Mr. Gerby.
I've read, 4.
I'll look back to Fendon. Alright. I'll read more books than you.
Just kind of gestures to a chair. Pixie means business.
I'm going to read fairy tales.
Okay.
Faster than Fendon.
She's going to do a fairy tale. You're going to read fairy tales.
Let's do fairy tale. No, let's read fairy tales.
Let's read.
You got your head start. That's fine. You can count that head start. That's okay. Halfway
Speed
through.
read.
What are we looking for, actually?
There's someone that just comes by. Oh, you guys heard of our reading program?
You get pizza after you
Yeah.
get your trip.
We get a pizza party or something.
My sticker chart is full.
That was weird. I missed that.
What were we? What was the focus though for fairy tales? What was it again?
Oh.
Do you have that quicker than I can
I'm
find?
looking at both of you.
Oh,
So
figure out how good defeats evil, how to hold on to hope, weaknesses of villains, strengths of heroes.
good group to join. Cool.
So, unless anyone has anything of note they wish to do during this time, we can skip ahead a little bit and I can kind of summarize the findings.
I will check in on Team Fairy Tale after a while.
Okay.
I think once I get through this book, I'm probably gonna read it again.
Okay.
How we doing?
Great.
Oh, Pixie, I'm so glad you're on Team Fairy Tale.
Me too.
Some of your
That's some
high elven
insane speed.
philosophers are quite disturbing.
Half of it's pictures, so.
Okay.
No, this one just is pictures.
It's just
You're like, I'm
pictures.
really good at this.
It's just pictures, so everyone's just great.
That's 42 for me, Fendon.
Oh, that's it.
Silas is also. Those count for me.
Hops over, hacks a page with his beak, flips it.
Those count.
I'm
those
gonna
count.
need to roll off at the end of this to see who actually read more.
Okay.
Well, Fenton, I'm glad you're here doing this. I heard you liked reading, so I thought you would be good at helping this project.
It was not the request I was expecting, but glad to help.
Sorry, I gotta keep the painting out of this. Oh, whew. I appreciate it. Good to see you again. Alok, how's it going?
You have strange tales on the surface.
Thank you. All right.
It is interesting.
I'm excited to hear your guys' report.
Do you walk away?
Yeah.
I'm gonna lean over Fendon. Fendon.
Yes.
Okay, so I'm just gonna say something right now. I really hope you two don't get together. However, if you want to get the girl back, you kind of gotta be nice. You gotta flirt a little bit, okay? You're not doing a good job at that.
Being genuine when I said I'm glad to help.
No, I could tell there was a difference in your attitude, your little thing you're doing. Because whenever I came over, you're just like, I'm reading fairy tales. And now you're like, yes, I am helping. And I'm helping read books. But it was like in a better way. So if you really want to get her back, like, God, you gotta try a little bit. A little bit more.
Thank you for the advice.
See, that was the genuine. Yeah, that was very genuine, actually. But okay, a few things. One, what's her favorite color? Do you remember?
Did you ever tell him?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, you did. It was pink.
Yes, pink. So, if you find little trinkets, little things that are pink, you can send them to her. Okay? Be like, from the other high elf here, Fandon, right? And then and then she likes pink, right? And
Yes.
she already has a bunch of jewelry, so don't do that jewelry crap. She can just get jewelry whenever she wants. So don't do that. Be more genuine about it.
I love this.
She loves adventures. 3, she loves adventures. So if you find her like fun, not picture book fairy tales, like more not extreme, but like bigger fairy tales, get her them. And make sure the binding's what? Pink. Then it'll be her own little pink little library. That'd be fun. A few little shelves of just pink.
Do I overhear any of this?
So
Are you at the fairy tale table?
I'm not like yelling. I'm whispering.
How close is the philosophy section to the fairy tale?
I mean, what is it? I don't know though. Their fairy tales are pretty
True, that's
philosophical.
true.
Yes, I was.
One is
I
It's
was
good.
saying,
The
really.
Yeah.
morals is
fairy,
taught in them.
Fairy tales are a type of philosophy.
Yeah.
Only difference is one has pictures.
Yeah.
The other doesn't.
How big is the fairy tale section though? It's half the library.
One half of the library.
Can one of the philosophers that I'm reading be named Luminarchos? Because that's a cool name.
Sure.
Great.
So, Fendon,
Yes.
Oh, you're reading Luminarchos, one of my favorites.
might I join? So, Fendon, here's the thing, okay? Like, this is actually pretty big stakes. King or no king, that's your options there, right? So, if you want to be king, you gotta flirt a little bit. If you don't want to be king, just keep doing what you're doing.
How has he not thought of this?
This is what I've learned from the fairy tales.
Yeah, you have.
From the 56 fairy tales I've read.
And the wisdom is great.
So just, anyway.
Out of the corner eye, you see both Alok and Gerby just like,
I can't stop watching.
yeah. It's
Me
more like,
neither.
what the heck
Me
is she
neither.
talking about? I don't know how this factors in anything. I'm just going to keep reading, but I can't.
Makes
I think
sense.
one of the author's names is like Dr. Zeus.
No, wait,
Just
that's 2 crossovers though.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it's a great crossover.
So just, okay,
Right.
yeah.
It's about a large rat that wears clothing.
A rat with the fancy hat.
Preposterous.
That's what this one's.
Would never happen.
There's so many books about this rat.
I can't believe there's a book in here called If You Give a Goblin a Gold.
Yes.
How something like this is allowed in here is
He'll buy
My
5
library.
loaves of rye bread.
all the callbacks. Okay. So, over the course of however long you want to spend in the library,
However long it takes.
probably a good chunk of the day for some of the things.
Yeah.
Here's a bit of the breakdown. Starting with that first team you mentioned, Turin and some of the priests. Fiends are very ancient beings. No one really knows their true origins, though it's theorized with whatever documents and records and accounts survive that at a certain point in history, after the other was cast out of Avanus, that's when strange creatures started appearing, such as most of the more antagonistic evil races that are still currently present today. So, theorized sometime after that event, after that schism, fiends may have come into existence somehow. As to how they came to be, it's a little mysterious because some creatures being turned into goblins makes a little bit of sense, but for a mortal being to be somehow turned into a super, much more powerful fiendish entity doesn't really add up, but no one's fully ruled it out without any concrete evidence. As far as who is fighting them, everyone. There are lots of good deity figures. There are lots of unholy figures. And historically there has been an ever-present fight between the two. Not so much physical in this current age, as you've read tales and legends that some of them did fight on Arwenil during the war. That has since gone away. It's more of the
I got an idea.
it's more of the unseen mental, spiritual battles, however some beings do appear to tamper with some things, as you well know by now. But every member, all the lords and ladies of Avanus, have in their own ways a part to play in this war. And since they don't so much directly intervene like they did once upon a time, now their intervention usually comes through the people they have chosen. Sometimes it's priests giving messages or helping guide people along certain paths, certain battles. Sometimes it's through much more direct means, such as a cleric like yourself. I think that mostly summarizes that bit.
Question.
Yes.
So, do we believe that these fiends started mortal and then became more powerful?
That's the part that is the most unclear. Likely they were taken from the first mortals, but then how the difference in the process of some people being twisted and turned into goblins, hobgoblins, all that, like, that makes a little more sense because it's almost more of a one-to-one. But then how that could then connect to them being elevated in power and status and the level of a fiend, it's not impossible. It's just not too often thought about without knowing fiends, without talking to them, without visiting their realms to really find out. But it's kind of a common theory amongst those who actually research and talk about fiends and such, which is talked about. It's not the most common, but most priests like Turin and his associates know the reality and severity of it, so they're not afraid to talk about it. It's just not their predominant message. Moving on to Westor and his magic companions. Interplanar travel, fairly easy for the most part. Once you have the knowledge and access to the magics required, you can go a lot of places. I did write that and this is what I will also include, he gives you a brief history of the plains, how a lot of records, including, people like your grandfather, your great-grandmother, who lived before the war, before the collapse, knew that the plains as they are known now in this current age did not exist. There were different places, there was Avanis, the Heavenly Realms. There was whatever hellscape the other was crafting for himself after he was cast out, and there was Aranel, kind of sandwiched between the two. Something during the collapse, when Aranel was reshaped and essentially recreated in some ways, whatever kind of divine magics were present in that incident then kind of tore a lot of space apart and created many of the planes now known today. As part of that also, Avanis was more removed, and each of the lord and ladies kind of got their own little pockets of Avanis, their own little demi-planes within that holy space. So he lets you know that some things he's heard, some things he's seen, some things he's visited on his own. There are the inner planes. There's the Fey realm. There's the Shadow realm. There's the ethereal. There's the elementals. Then there are those ones are easier to get to. Most of them, he would let you know, act as, or seem to be more of a mirror. So not one-to-one, but a lot of the geography landscapes seem very similar, just shifted slightly between Aranil and those other planes. Then there are the outer planes. These ones are much, much harder to get to. Oftentimes you can't unless you are taken or die. There are the higher planes, the upper planes, as some call them. Those are all the homes to lords and ladies of Avanis. He would give you a breakdown on each of those, and who resides in which plane. Then there are the somewhat less known about lower planes, where the other and his fallen have taken up residence and crafted their own unique brands of nightmare realms.
Yeah, I noticed that you didn't expand too much on those, and those are the ones that I need to know the most about, unfortunately.
Okay, roll a persuasion check.
Sorry. I would have guidance myself, sure. Yeah, okay.
Something like this, I'll give you advantage. Why not? It's fine.
Do you need?
Wow.
I don't think so.
25. That advantage was that's very helpful. Let me keep this.
Sorry.
Excuse me. This, you notice, because what is your... Yeah. Your passive insight is high enough that when, in talking about the planes, Westor has a bit of excitement in sharing this knowledge. This is something he's studied plenty. When he gets to the lower planes, not necessarily guarded, but he gets a little more... That spark kind of disappears a little bit. And... I know it's what you are seeking specifically. It is just a bit of a it can be sensitive topic. I am aware of some of them, so if you would like to know, I can provide the information.
I need to know. Oh gosh, it's been so long. When what did Gruth say? He said red.
It's dark red.
Red.
stone. If he said stone. But he was just, it's dark. And there's
red.
red.
I think he said dark red. Yeah.
Maybe stone, but...
I can't remember what he said. I need to know about something that would match that description, unfortunately.
If it's the same place, I think I know it. That would be the plain of Abadar.
Okay, wait, take that back. How Huda with us?
Abadar.
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 Also sometimes referred to as the Dead Field.
Ooh. Lovely.
That was a nice harmony, guys.
Yeah, we did.
Abadar.
Mhm.
And it's called the what?
The Dead Field.
And, how would one go about getting there?
For many of the outer planes, it is needed a key, essentially. Something unique to the space, something attuned to the space in order to travel to it.
Okay. Something attuned to...
If it is the same space I'm thinking of. He kind of looks around. You guys are on the little upper platform. He just kind of looks around a little bit. I do have something.
Oh. Oh. Okay. Okay. Good to know.
I understand the rush after losing a friend. Do not charge into this foolhardy. I did once. And I lost friends in other ways.
Right.
I do not underestimate you and your friends. Just, I caution you at this moment. But on the bright side, I do have access.
Maybe we need to get stronger.
This is also a bit of information I don't believe I've shared with your father, so just between us.
All right, you think I'm gonna tell him that I'm trying to get there?
I wouldn't.
That's between us two, right?
He comes around the corner. What did I hear?
Yeah,
Yeah, between us. Right.
it was before I was on the council anyway. I've done silly things in my past. Had a few centuries to mess about and learn. But I can let you know what I know about those planes as a whole. Bless you.
Thank you. I feel like Resume's sneeze would be way more dainty and cute than mine. So I'm sorry that I sneezed out of character.
There is also one other plane he knows of. He doesn't know how it's connected to any other planes. It's that one I wrote there mentioned that is mostly called the City of Judgment, where it seems to be almost an intermediary space where those who die their souls are transported there for the verdict, judgment, and then sent forth to their respective places. There's a lot not fully known, because that one is very difficult to get into. Also very difficult to get out of. And as far as the memory aspect of things, there are magics to take or recreate memories. However, those are often a little limited. Reduced to a certain smaller time frame of what you can take or recreate. However, in dealing with powers like fiends, possibly influenced by the Fallen themselves, it's much easier to believe that there are much stronger ways to induce some kind of magic amnesia, so to speak. As you all know, Gruth remembered nothing. So the shorter memory magics can be very easily reversed with a greater restoration, remove curse. But if Gruth's situation is more of one of those influenced amnesias, there's likely something kind of connected to it, something bound to it. And so whatever that might be, whoever that might be, you break that bind, it's very possible that then with that severance, knowledge, memory should return. For Team 3, Arden and Aros. Scouts have often reported that the Esgaloth tribe has been known to be the most aggressive. However, even Arden scouts, good as they might be, have not been able to safely scout all of Ormond. So much of the far north and east of Ormond is widely unknown, so they don't know how many other tribes there may be, if any. But from what has been witnessed, Esgaloth has been the most aggressive historically. Primarily attacking in autumn and winter. Highest rate of raids being during the harvest, because Dorlos has always had bountiful crops year after year. Which leads them to mention that most of the attacks have been about resources in the past, just taking whatever materials they can, be it food, be it lumber, be it whatever they can get their hands on. Within the past 5 years, especially, but 5 to 10, there have been reports that these raids have gotten a bit more intense and aggressive and indiscriminate. Whereas once it was just essentially shaking them down, taking their food. And then it became, if someone is trying to stand up, stand in our way, they're getting cut down. Just without second thought, without hesitation. Last attack, probably a month or so ago, that they are aware of currently. And as far as tightening defenses, they kind of give what I don't know if you would have learned yet, or if you did, who knows if it would have stuck in Resme's brain. That the kind of process of how this works is that scouts or outposts will report things to Arden and Aros. They will pass those reports along to your father. From there, they have a certain level of standing permission to deal with incidents on their own. But if it is above those small occurrences, then they deliberate with your father as to outcomes and what's to be done about them. And if it's much more aggressive, almost bordering on warlike, which has not happened in a very long time, thankfully, that will be brought to the entire council, where there will be a much larger deliberation as to ramifications of essentially declaring war. So theoretically, it is easy to tighten up defenses, but it all has to be passed along and ultimately decided by your father.
I want this report in character.
The fairy tale one? Yeah. Oh gosh. Okay.
From Fendon specifically.
This was
Fendon and Pixie specifically.
This was kind of the one I spent most of my time at like 11 o'clock last night, so it was a little loopy and just.
Wait, so you want both of us?
Yeah, I want a Fendon and Pixie report on this one.
Have at it.
Can you? Is there something that I can look at, or? Don't say no, please.
I'm tempted to say no. If I'm honest, I just googled a bunch of proverbs to see what would make sense as a fairy tale moral.
It's moral storytelling.
Also, while you're at it, roll 4d12.
Yes!
What?
To see who read the most books.
Oh.
Patience. Roll 4d12.
I know.
When you
4d12.
4d12.
And then get ChatGPT to generate your answer. No kidding.
Not
Alright.
sponsored.
Not sponsored. Oh, there you go.
Right, we'll see.
No, mine are way
Stealing
in there.
from Mitt.
We need to wipe this table down, team. Again, I feel like I just did that.
That better be lucky.
The one he gave you. Well,
Yeah.
it came from him.
These ones do okay. These ones do okay.
Oh, dang. Okay, wait. Oh, and this one.
All ones.
No.
That'd be
Okay.
crazy. 4. She got through 4 books all day.
I mean, that's quite a bit. Unless we're saying.
Unless we're
books are,
talking picture
stories.
books. Like kids. I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Okay.
That would be depressing.
Yeah.
What you got?
Do you want me to go first?
I do.
No.
29.
That's a lot
29.
of books.
Didn't she say it wrong?
Honestly, impressive for both of you.
Yes. Oh, for starting after him too.
Yeah. you caught
Dang.
up.
Yeah, because he had 5 to begin
He
with.
slowed down after a while.
How much did he say?
Oh, because he was
6?
thinking about he was
26.
thinking about
6 books.
he was thinking about the flirting.
Yeah, he got distracted.
Okay.
He had the 5-book head start, and then he read one more before he was just.
How
Fro
do
didn't
I-
even
Okay,
make it through one of
Oh,
them.
okay, bye.
I'm so excited.
Let's go.
Sorry, Mitch. Your dice is on the floor.
It's fine. We'll pick up this one. It's okay.
Okay, wait. Okay. Yeah, so I know more. So
Oh, yes. You read 3 more books.
you don't know that.
Yeah, I know.
Do that. Wait, hey Finn, how many books do you read?
That means 3 times the knowledge.
True.
Wait.
How many books?
No. It's not the math.
What was your count, Finn?
26.
29.
Go Pixie.
So, what I was catching was it's typically folktale or fable and has the magical elements and everything like that. They have a lot of lessons about okay, that's not helping.
I know what a fairy tale is, Pixie.
Yeah.
I've read quite a few of them.
Oh my gosh. Just give me something.
Shall I start?
No. Okay, let me just look at my list one more time.
Shall I start?
Stop paying
sorry.
attention when I read my books.
Ooh, I found something which you'll like. In many fairy tales, right? Characters are like it. What I caught was that they kind of start off poor, right? But in the end, they end
Could be,
victorious,
Right.
and they end up being happy and successful,
Yeah.
right? While characters who are like bad characters, the evil characters, will suffer.
Good.
What did you find, Findon?
Well, obviously with stories such as this, good always wins, evil always parishes.
That's what I just said.
It's called a recap. We read the same kind of books. It's going to have the same kind of teachings.
I read 29 of them.
One for each book extra.
I give you good advice.
You what?
Nothing. Talking about plants. Yeah.
Okay.
Oftentimes, the strength of these heroes does not come from themselves. It is often found from powers above and the friends they keep.
Oh, good job, Fendon.
Thank you.
They're positive on child's development.
You what, huh?
They're positive on child's development.
Yes. but
Good.
it's
That's
not-
probably why I turned out so good.
Sorry, I'm like, is there anything? Uh-huh, yeah. Anything else, Fendon?
Not giving into fear of evil.
That's good.
Wisdom is a powerful tool.
There's a lot of trials and tests on the protagonist,
Indeed.
which is the good person. Well, doesn't always have to be good, but well, yeah, protagonist is it's a good person, and they're the one you like.
Right.
But a lot of trials, a lot of testing, finding out the good, and winning against evil.
Why'd you say that while looking at Fendon like that?
I got 29 books, so. Not canon.
You guys,
I only had you roll 4d12. I rolled 2d12.
I read
26 with
From
2d12.
Yeah, you heard me.
I read this one book 2 times.
Oh, good job, Aiden.
Yeah, that was the book I was asking about. To like,
Yeah, it's really fascinating. You wouldn't believe how much knowledge you can get out of just one book. Just one book makes such a big difference. It's incredible.
I didn't.
That is true.
It was.
Wrong.
Yeah, that is true.
Imagine if you read like 3 of these. That'd be incredible.
I didn't. It was. It doesn't matter. I read 29 books with pictures, so like it was just a competition between us. It wasn't a competition overall. You had to read that book, and that's good. And you have a good understanding and know what it's all about.
I think I need to read it again. No.
Fendon, and I'm gonna kind of pull him aside a little bit from them. I have to be honest, I had ulterior motives to having you read fairy tales. Because if fairy tales were and are a big part of my life, and if we're to be married someday, I want you to understand that. And I didn't. I'm just kidding. And I
Could
want
work on this courtesy.
and I want to formally and in person apologize for what I said to you before I left town.
Thank you, Your Highness. If I'm to be clear as well, I assumed it was a bit more than just reading fairy tales. Though, for such an important project, glad to be involved.
Good. You were very helpful.
I tried my best.
Can I like be in the eyeline of Fendon and not Alondra, and like just start druid crafting pink roses?
Is there anything else I can assist with?
No, I think we're about wrapped up here.
Very well.
You okay?
Yes. Go for it.
I'm hiding all the flowers behind my back.
Like you laugh as I reach for the dice. Oh, not the best for me. 17. Oh my gosh.
You definitely picked up on him looking just past you at the same time during that conversation. You turn around and you see super nonchalant Pixie just chilling.
Right. Well, yes, you are dismissed. Thank you for being here.
Of course. Happy to help.
Before he leaves.
Go ahead.
Did I learn anything?
Some old elven philosophy.
Very good.
I'm just messing
I'm
around.
not a philosopher, so whatever that is, I'll let you decide.
Okay.
The elven way is the only way.
No,
Some of those books would definitely exist in this library.
I actually had ChatGPT reference quite a few philosophers.
Oh no.
Oh my gosh.
Can I read you what it?
You may.
Okay. This is from Luminarcos, Dialogues in the Fog.
Dialogues in the fog!
The soul clings to many things as if they were wings, not knowing they are weights. Only when it has nothing does it rise. The eternal is not found by grasping, but by relinquishing attachment.
That sounds like philosophy because I did not understand that.
Really beautiful.
Yeah, that's actually
Yeah.
pretty good.
Is he an
Oh,
elf?
wait.
What?
Is he an elf?
Is he an elf?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Do you mean
yeah,
that as
elf.
in like
Oh, he's
was
an
that
elf.
from an elf or is Frodo an elf now?
Reading this book.
He's been reading so many elven philosophy books that he puts a book down and you just see the ears have become faulty.
Can I request that I only made it through Dialogues in the Fog?
I mean, it's probably pretty dense.
Probably pretty
Yeah.
dense.
Especially for high elven philosophy.
It's
It's gonna
Crazy.
be a dense book.
Yeah. And I'm not, I mean, I know Elven, but
Yeah.
it's probably not my favorite thing to read. Or like the easiest thing.
Probably
Not
feels
my-
like reading Latin or something.
Yeah.
Like you can do it. It's just
Takes a little longer.
you know, there's some paragraphs where you're like, okay, hold on.
Wait a second.
it up.
I don't know the word for this because this is not just Elven, it's
Yeah.
philosophical Elven.
You have an elven dictionary sitting by you too to like
Yeah,
break
yeah.
down the words and everything.
I'll actually enter now.
You'll-
What, huh?
I'll actually join now. I
Oh,
wasn't
okay.
actually here before. That
Oh,
was for
you weren't
games.
here.
No.
Oh, okay.
Before Findon leaves and sort of out of Alondra's eyesight. So
Mhm.
whatever that looks like. Because like, you know, whenever you're
I'm
like,
sure I turn back around to look at my notes.
it's a dozen pink roses. I just walk back over.
In the mid.
No, you don't have to. Just write a note or something. Just,
I'll hold on to them for now.
okay.
And he leaves.
With them in his hand.
Yep. With just a dozen pink roses.
That's great.
Back to the main characters. Once he leaves the room, he just.
Door closes. You think Fenton Bob's in his
That's
auto
true.
animation? No, he's just.
No.
Except I could also see you making the roses, and they're all just super thorny. So just take these.
I wanted to say that, but I was like, that'd be too rude.
Yeah.
But I thought it. I did.
So
Good.
now you can enter to the rest of the group.
How goes your study?
Really good. This is a really fascinating book.
Mm-hmm. That's good.
Yeah, I read through it a couple times. I don't understand why my father hasn't read this. I think everyone should read this.
It was good.
You know, I think I'm only the fourth person who has actually read this book.
Yeah. That's crazy.
Fred, you like philosophy. Do you want to read this book?
Oh, yes, is this the only copy?
Yeah. You can be the fifth person.
Would you
to ever
mind
read
if I
it.
made a copy of it?
Ooh.
Can you do that?
Well, it will take me months, and I'll have to be provided with parchment, of course.
We couldn't get you parchment.
Yeah, that'd be great.
Well, I'll just work on it in my spare time before bed or so.
We should invent some sort of system to rapidly place ink down.
You think that they
on
don't
page-
have something here?
I know.
With all these books, you think each one?
No, this is all written by hand. The whole library.
I
All
actually-
these are written by hand.
That's crazy.
I actually have an idea for this.
Really?
Well, You guys probably know that I have a mage hand, yes?
True, just have the mage hand do it for you.
Well, yes.
That makes sense. You just read it aloud and it can just...
What if you had like a bunch of people mage hand copies of it?
Maybe that's how it works.
A bunch of people and their mage hands.
Yeah, we must
Mage
be
hands.
careful, though. What if this book contains something bad? What if it got into the hands of too many people?
I don't think there's anything bad in there.
Well, it's honestly up to you whether you would want more people to read it or not. It's yours.
Fred, why don't you read it and you can decide.
Okay, well, I'll read it, but... Yes, I'll read it and copy it, if you'd like.
Yeah, that'd be excellent.
Couldn't hurt to
Let's try
at
it.
least have one more copy.
Yeah.
Okay.
Maybe have this one bound by Elandra's people.
Yeah, sure someone would help with that.
Be wonderful. Okay.
Have a bit of a less rugged copy of it.
What is your grandpa's name?
You'll never guess.
I didn't like Hallstrom
Oh.
the second.
You'll never guess.
Well,
And the O has the
umlaut.
umlaut.
The eyes.
You guys actually know what that thing's
His
called?
eyeballs.
I mean, it's not the actual accent mark name, but that's the German
Oh.
usage of it. It's the umlaut.
Umlaut.
It's a very fun mark. Especially funny over an O, because you got two eyes and an O. Okay, so anything else in research party time?
I don't think so.
Give me a second to think. Yes. I knew that there was something. I talked to you know who.
Mm-hmm.
Because I wanted to get more information about Gruth.
Mm-hmm. How'd that go?
I think you could guess. But I did get some information. And then I'll just kind of fill them in on our conversation. And about how... Yeah, you can rewatch it if you don't know.
Oh, jeez, I don't remember.
Neither do
I
I.
have it in here, but...
Just Spark Notes.
Yeah.
Talking about Gruth. It says he was a candidate according to Vasan. He doesn't know why Gruth was chosen.
No, please mumble more. I'd rather not.
Sorry,
know
I'm
what
trying
you're
to
saying.
figure out if that's who this is about. It says he was a candidate according to Vasan. He doesn't know why Gruth was chosen.
Mm-hmm.
And then it says, I think Gruth was where Vasan was created, right? That's what he said. Something along those lines.
More than likely, but
And then Vasan
Yeah.
says that he walked these grounds once. It said Gruth isn't going to be killed, so that's good. And then
It's the old guy. The old guy. The interference.
oh yeah, old guy.
Right. So
Sorry, this is me trying to remember what my notes actually mean.
it's like resume was there.
our theory. I was just interpreting his last little bullet point there.
Thanks.
I know.
Our theory is that where he was made is the dead field, the plain of Abadar.
Yeah.
Yeah. And that we might have a way to get there, but I don't know if we're ready for that yet, to be honest. I mean, we're pretty strong, but I don't know if we're that strong. Definitely not that strong.
I didn't realize you were talking to us.
Yeah. We're all grouped up at this point.
A little bit of a team meeting at this point.
Yeah.
Well, you know, I'm not particularly strong, but I'm good at saying we can do it.
That's good. Maybe we can find more things to help us, like magic items or holy items or
I do
people.
have Gruth's cloak now.
Yes, that is huge on you.
We should try to discover more things like that.
Yeah, we need more ammunition. More arrows.
Yes.
Ammunition's a word.
Okay, ammunition.
And maybe smaller cloaks.
Yeah, that's not.
I feel like I'm going to a rustic wedding, you know.
And we better maybe it's best to put that in the bag of holding so nothing happens to it. I think Ruth would be pretty
It's just
sad.
been dragging
Look, it
on the
reminds
floor
me of
collecting
Ruth.
dust.
Right. I don't want it to get damaged.
It also
Libraries.
smells a little bit like Ruth.
Yeah.
It does. It's quite
Now
foul.
you smell like that and the smoke. It's a lot, to
I
be honest.
really
Plus
hope
incitation.
that I didn't ruin your copy of Dialogues in the Fog
Me too.
with the smell, you know.
Sticky.
Other than fairy tales, that's her
book.
favorite book.
Oh, you read Luminarcos as well.
Nope.
She goes to pull it off the shelf one day, centuries from now, and just opens it up.
Yeah. We were talking, Pixie, you zoned out for a second there. We were
I
talking
did.
about how,
I was playing with Silas. Sorry.
yeah, we were talking about how we need to we have a theory of where Gruth is and how to get there, but I don't know if we're strong enough yet.
Oh, I caught that, I think.
Oh, okay, so maybe we need more magical items, more people even, just more help.
Yeah. Maybe we could do one of those little like things where we it's coming in my head, but I'm trying to like get into the D&D world in some way, but I can't. You know, like movie montages where it's like Anyway, yeah, maybe we should just work on our skills and hone in more and yeah. No, that makes sense. I mean, can't put a cat against a bear. Someone's gonna lose, you know?
Yep.
Yeah. Probably the bear. It's probably scary
Yeah,
cats.
I know. Cats are crazy.
I don't know that.
Cats are intense.
They're a little
Yeah.
intense.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, well, for now, maybe we just call it a day. Get some rest.
Yes, I've been thinking too much today.
I'm exhausted. I read a lot of books. Wait, he's gone.
How many,
I can still brag.
how many books did you read?
29
Oh.
fairy tale books.
Oh. I just read the one.
A little secret that I'm not gonna tell Findon. 3 of them were just pictures. So
You've got.
So you're tied.
You've got
not
picture
canon.
books.
What?
They've got picture books here.
Yeah, I think so. For like baby Alondra, you know? Like, oh, just born Alondra.
Yeah,
Start
Baby
reading.
Alondra, totally.
Yeah.
They don't have words in them at all.
No, so they
Nine.
had
92-year-old
the end,
Alondra.
you know.
Oh.
So yeah, you had to read a little bit.
Any good?
Yeah, they were pretty good. There was one about well, wait, no, that one wouldn't be in the. I was about to say resume, but that one wouldn't be there.
I am writing that one.
Yeah, there's like one about princess, another one about princess, and there's another one about a prince helping a princess, and then there was another one about a witch,
Oh.
and something about desserts. I don't know, and then another one.
The witches do like to serve desserts to trick you.
Yeah, yeah,
On
yeah.
account of their
Yeah.
There's
deceptive
a
nature.
whole lot of desserts.
Yeah.
There's a lot.
Careful those desserts.
As big as a house.
So my
I
mom
think.
always said, she said, don't touch those desserts.
Well, I actually
'cause the
heard
witch will
that-
get you.
I actually heard that one. Wow.
That's evil.
I mean, with Resme's mom, probably not too far off.
What?
Oh, you're allergic to desserts, honey. You can't.
Yeah, literally. You break out in hives.
I've actually heard that there was a whole house made out of desserts.
Yeah. It was like the house, it was so many desserts, it was like filled to the brim.
Sounds wonderful.
It's out there somewhere.
No.
Well, it's not
only
wonderful.
someone who practices dark arts could make such a monstrous house out of desserts.
Yeah, because what happened was there was like 2 kids that were like, oh, house of big desserts, you know? And once they entered the door,
The house
went to like a different place, I think.
the
and
house stood up on chicken legs and ran off.
It did, yeah. And it they went somewhere,
It's even worse if your dessert
Yeah.
house is made of. It's also poultry.
yeah.
You know.
Well, and then there's one about
Dessert
the
chicken.
the
You
hay
enter in
and
thinking
the
it's gonna
bricks
taste
and the
good and it just
sticks.
tastes
Are
foul.
the children okay?
I believe they died.
Yeah.
Oh goodness.
Well, actually, no. They survived in the end because they found the magical sword that saved them all. So
Whoa, that's not the one I heard.
that was the one I read.
Oh.
Oh, it's getting late. Good night.
That's horrifying.
Pixie, you're welcome to stay up in my room with me.
I would not like to stay with a stinky boy, so sounds good.
Stinky.
Stinky. He has Frode's cape, so that's all it is. Frode's cape, Groot's cape.
Yeah, yeah.
Frode has Groot's
It's
cape.
Frode's cape now.
Yeah.
Look at me. This is my cape now.
Mitch is gonna come back.
You got Frode with Frode's cape and Iden who never takes his armor off.
Yeah. Yeah.
Stinky.
Stinky
Am
boy.
I stinky?
Stinky.
And I pressed the digitation to cape.
Oh.
Groot's not even gonna know what it is anymore.
Wow. How's he gonna be able to sniff
Suddenly
us
it's
out?
like 10 pounds lighter.
How's he gonna be able to sniff us out now?
Frode, we
His
weren't.
scent
He
is
won't.
gone from us.
What do you mean?
Groot's gonna come back. Where's my cloak? You guys didn't get my cloak?
Where did you leave
Oh
it?
my gosh. No, I suggested the same thing. That's much better. Thank you.
He needed
Could
it
you maybe,
clean.
Yeah.
could you maybe hit
Yeah.
me with one of those?
Oh yeah. Oh.
Do like the,
You can explain that to Groot when he.
Oh, I fully intend to.
Yeah. All right, off to bed.
Okay. So you guys can be escorted to your room. You're escorted to her room. Food can be provided for the three of you. You have dinner with your family before going to bed. Yeah? Alright. And if no one has anything to do before bed, that's where we're going to close this chapter.
A lot of reading.
Kind of tense. Yeah. I could have talked more, but I didn't.
Yeah, he gave me a
9.
whole book. I gotta decipher
I
through
gave
it
the
all.
spark notes of the book that I sent her as to all this research,
Yeah.
which was, I think, very fun. I love this stuff.
I gave Andrew a challenge last week.
It's also terrifying because now a lot of it's official. It's
Yeah.
canon.
And it's, you know what else is canon? I beat Fendon in the read-off.
Yes, you did.
So,
Even though you also just admitted that 3 of those books had no words.
He picked the wrong one.
hey, you had to read the cover page. You had to read the end of it, aka the end. So,
You're right. Such strenuous work.
you have to include those. One of them,
You
the
do.
house had words on it, so I had to read those.
Yeah, that's a
Poor
lot.
thing.
That's too much.
Witch's
That's,
house
that's
here.
intense.
Which is house here.
Which lives here?
Which does not live here.
Which,
Not Witch's
which free
house. Witch house.
Haha.
Oh, dear.
Thank you for joining us, friends and adventurers. Hope you liked it. If you did, like, subscribe, follow us on all the different social media platforms, which includes LinkedIn,
Getting it now.
and Spotify. That exists too.
Yeah, we've posted like 4 episodes there, maybe.
It's still there.
But it is there. I'm gonna update it maybe someday.
Eventually.
Yeah, math.
one of the
uploaded.
Yeah, just all of them.
Does anyone have bugs?
Bugs.
Bugs.
Oh, I don't know where the bugs,
Bugs.
are. Where are the
I
bugs?
don't have
I don't
bugs.
know. I found one at my house. One of them ended up at my
Are you
house.
sure
they're
that
crawling
wasn't
around.
It was. No, it was.
Yeah, totally. One of them somehow got back to your house.
I don't think they can crawl
Anyway.
around, actually.
That's crazy.
so-
There were like 20 of them in my pantry.
Oh.
I didn't realize you got the little robot ones too. They were moving around.
Oh, I
A
hate
little
it.
battery powered.
You.
Anyway, tune in next time. Thanks for watching. Until then, we love you guys.
Bye.